Hi, everyone again. Good morning to everyone, and welcome to another office hours. On today's agenda, our topic is how to design different kitchen layouts. So first, we will talk about different kitchen layouts, and I will show you some examples. Then we will talk about space planning, what we should do, what we shouldn't, and then we will talk about cabinetry, appliances, and some workflow hacks. Try to stay on topic if you can, and I will show you a few examples. I will walk you through all the topics that we have today, and then you can start asking questions, and I will answer them as good as I can. So first, different kitchen layouts. So just let me bring. So we have different kitchen layouts. Sorry. I'll just check if you see the screen. Yeah, great. So we have L-shaped kitchens, U-shaped kitchens, G-shaped kitchens. That's basically U shape with a peninsula. We also have single wall kitchens, galley kitchens. They are placed on both sides. Most of the time we have like doors or like some kind of walk through the kitchen. And we also have a kitchen with the kitchen island where we can either have a single wall with cabinets and then a kitchen island, or a U shape or a L shape and then added a kitchen island. Now to start working with kitchens in Foyr, let me reshare a different screen. We have three different ways to start created kitchens. We can either use ready-to-go cabinets that you can find in our catalog and also in kitchen catalog. Then we also, in a kitchen catalog, we have units as well as shutters. So we can either use full units and create kitchens, and you're able to create seamless kitchens because we have the same cabinet styles, and you can see that we have like a sink cabinet, we have single door, double door cabinets, 2, 3, or 4 drawers cabinets. So you can multiply them, you can resize them, and you can really lay out a nice kitchen from the ready-made cabinets. They are organized by styles, so you can choose which style you want, and then simply use 3, 4 units and resize them and multiply them. As we know that when we create in kitchen, then we have we're multiplying the same cabinets basically, with like each cabinet is pretty much nearly the same. So you can do that with our ready-to-go cabinets. Then we also have shutters. So if we go, for example, to the recessed, then we have some base cabinets, but we also have shutters. That means that we have cabinet doors only. So you're able to create new product, you're able to create a base for your kitchen and then use the cabinet doors, just paste them on the base, and you're basically ready to go. Just add a sink, add a cooker or a hob and change the texture, and your kitchen is ready. We also have, if you go to catalog, we also have full kitchens. So if you type in kitchen in catalog, then there is a few examples. We can use, for example, cabinet sets or base units. And as you can see, we have even like full kitchens ready to go that you can use. And I will actually show you an example that I quickly did a kitchen from these pre-made items. Just change the textures. You can add a fridge, add whatever you need, and then your kitchen is ready to go. And then the third way is to create a kitchen from scratch with our create new product tool in 3D. That's when you need really customized kitchen. You have all the sizes from your customer, and like none of the ready to go cabinets doesn't work for you. Then the third option is to create a kitchen from scratch with the create new product tool. Now, I will show you the first example here. This kitchen, that's L-shaped kitchen, and this kitchen is made fully from our pre-made cabinets. So if we go to this space here, then as you can see, I just added a sink. I created a countertop with create new product tool, just so it is seamless. And then, like, you can create the size you want, you can create the shape you want, but you're free to use the countertops that we have in the catalog and just change the texture of them. When you're dropping ready to go cabinets like these ones that I have here, then sometimes I'll just move that aside for a bit. Some of them, they have plain, like the base skirting. Some of them don't, and some of them, they might be pushed back a bit, and some might be pull out a bit. So, like, they're not even, but that's a very simple fix. So what I basically used, I used a baseboard that it's very modern, just a simple, this one, modern 9 skirting, which is on their baseboard in our building catalog. And I just resized it and put it in place in my kitchen. And now, as you can see, we have a nice baseboard from both sides, seamless, all is in one place. And this is very fast way to create cabinets. All the units were taken from the kitchen catalog. So first, as you can see, there are shutters, but when you scroll down and just go a bit further down, then we have their base, and you can just use them, resize them. And as I said before, you're ready to go. Like, this will only base cabinets, but of course you're free to add wall cabinets and any other appliances. We will talk about appliances in the second. Now, the second kitchen is a simple kitchen, just full wall of cabinets and then a kitchen island. Again, this is set that we have ready to go in the catalog. So I just changed the texture of it. So this is the kitchen that I used. As you can see, kitchen one cabinet. I just chose an island as well, which was ready to go. So let me see if I can find it here. If not, I will just type in island. And I just used a ready to go kitchen island. This one, studio island with sink. And I copied the texture from the island into the cabinets and from the worktop into the worktop and backsplash for the ready-to-go kitchen. Now you're able to add a fridge, you're able to add maybe some open shelves, or with the create new product tool, just create another cabinet here in this space. And again, you're ready to go. Just add sink tap, uh, hob, electric hob, or like we have a cooker here, so you can just leave that space and add some bar stools, and your kitchen is ready to go. The third kitchen that I quickly did, that's the galley kitchen, and I again used the same set of cabinets. And on the other side, I used another ready to go set of cabinets. Of course, you're free to change the textures. And these wall cabinets, it's a set. So this one, it's a full set. So I just multiplied them and paste them next to each other. And again, your kitchen is ready. So if you need something fast, you can use the ones that we have in our catalog and pretty much just change the textures, upload your own textures if you want, and you're done. Now for the appliances, if we go to kitchen, catalog, then we can go to, we also have all kinds of accessories. So you can, when you have open shelves or like a glass cabinet, you can put your pots and pans and cutting trays and cutlery. So if you need anything, then we have loads of accessories and loads of bar accessories as well here in the kitchen catalog, and also in the main catalog under under staging. Now, when we go to appliances, then again, you can go to the main catalog and type in what you're looking for. But if you want to have a look what's in there, then you can just go to the kitchen catalog to appliances. From here, you can choose whichever you want. So we have a few categories that you can choose from. And now when you have, for example, an oven and we have like a full cabinet, then you can simply put the oven in place and then put it inside the drawer, and we'll see if the punch tool will be available. If not, then we can just change the texture of the drawers underneath. Like it will work with some items, it won't work with some items. So like, for example, this one, if you want to have a see-through doors, then as you can see, that might not work, but we can apply a different texture on the door that they are not see-through, and you can have your cooker in place over here as well. Like for this particular kitchen, we have it on this side. So the only thing that we need to add, it will be like a fridge and a sink on the other side. So these are our appliances here. You can resize all of them to size that fits you. When it comes to placing appliances and like, of course, with the ready-to-go kitchens, you're like you don't have such a freeway as you will when you're creating stuff from the scratch. But if you're using the single cabinets, like in the first example that I showed you, then you can simply leave spaces for your other appliances. Like, for example, here, like I didn't add any cooker yet, so I can simply delete one of the cabinets. I can put a cooker in place, and then I even can have a skirting board. If that's just like a freestanding one, then you're free to resize it and just leave a blank space for your cooker. The same with the countertop, you can just make it smaller and just add just one piece on the other side of your cooker. So when you're using like a single cabinet, then that's a very easy fix, and like so you don't need to worry about it too much. When you're using the ready to go full kitchens, then it's just better to work with whatever is there and just like change the textures and just make it work for whichever design you need that. Now with creating product tool, we can also create different layouts. So just let me. And of course, with the create new product tool, we always start first with the rectangle. So we will go to create new product tool, create yourself, rectangle, and now we will define the space for the kitchen. Now it all depends if you're doing the base only and then sticking your cabinets on top, or if you're building your cabinets from scratch, that's up to you. Of course, when you're building them from scratch, then there will be a bit more work. But when you know how to use the create new product tool, that's pretty straightforward. So let's say that we have something like that. First, we'll give it a depth. So we will give it a height of our kitchen cabinets. Again, you can create a worktop straight within that base that we're creating now, or you can add a worktop later, or you can add a worktop from our ready-to-go worktops. Let's say that with this one, we will create a worktop ourselves. So basically, first what we will do, we will define the depth of cabinets from left-hand side and then from the top. We can do L-shaped or U-shaped kitchen. Let's say that we will do a U-shaped kitchen. You can either use a ruler tool or you can go to offset, go with a line offset, and that basically works as a measuring tool. It just creates the line straight away, so you don't have to trace over it. If you want to go to different side, then you just click escape on your keyboard once, and then you can continue from another side. Now, when we have that, we can, with a push and pull, we can remove this part here. And now with the trim tool, if you don't want these seams here, then we can simply trim them away. To create your worktop, the same as your baseboard, then we again either can take a ruler tool and trace over it or just simply use the line offset. And we will start from the bottom, escape, and we can go to another side, again, escape. And with the worktop, the same, just from the top. And we just add a depth of our kitchen worktop. Now we will also do that on the side. If if the sides are visible, then we of course want we usually put like a panel on the side, so we won't be doing a skirting, just to make it like a nice and seamless. But we will of course do our countertop, so it can just stick out a bit and just give it a realistic look. And now what you have to do, you just have to use the push and pull to either pull it out or push it back. So we simply push this one under. If you don't know what you're doing with your push and pull, then just go on an angle a bit, so you know if you're pushing it in or if you're pulling it out. Because sometimes when you're not on the right angle, you might think that you're pushing it in or pull it out, and you do the opposite. Now with this one, we'll just pull it out slightly. Like we'll put it out a bit more, because when we will be doing our cabinets, then we will pull them out as well, just for that realistic feel when you're doing the render. So now you're able to draw out all your cabinets. You can create cavities with the push and pull for your appliances, and then you're applying textures. Again, you're ready to go. If that's a style of a kitchen that you're looking for, like the layout, then it's, as you could see, it's really simple to do it with the Create New Product tool. We can also do different shapes. So like, for example, if you have cabinets going like a diagonally on the side, then you're also able to create that. That will pretty much work the same as we did with the first one. Sorry, with the one that we just did minutes ago. So you just start with the Create New Product tool. And now let's say that it will be like an L shape kitchen. First, give it some depth. Like it doesn't have to be the full depth. You're able to use or push and pull and like, create some cavities. And now if we want to have like a diagonal shape in our kitchen, then we again start with our worktop depth or the cabinet or the cabinet's depth. And now you can, of course, like, you don't want to eyeball it, so you can simply use the ruler tool. And just measure everything nicely. And now just take a pen and just connect these two sides. Now with the trim tool, we can trim all of this away. We can also trim this part here away. And now just push and pull, and we have an angled kitchen cabinet in the middle, because I know that they are loads of people are using kitchens like that as well. Now, of course, when you will be creating offset for your cabinets, then just keep a bit of more space here. So again, it just looks realistic, and you can actually, when you zoom in, it looks like you can actually open that cabinet that is over here. Now, one tip for creating cabinets and making your kitchen as realistic as we can. So every time when you're starting creating your product, and for example, you will do something and then you want to add something or you want to remove something, then you simply click on it. And in the top center of your screen, you have a modify tool, so you can simply modify it. Now, as you might know already, you can have your environment on or off. So again, whichever is easier, if you need it for anything, where to place other items or etc., or you have some guidelines or whatever it is on the wall, then you can switch on your environment. If it's easier for you to work in a more clean environment, then you can just pretty much hide it. Now for the cabinets, whatever I'm doing my cabinets, then again, we can use the offset tool, and I will just leave just a bit here. Then you just click on escape, and then you just continue. And you can add whichever measurements you need. So when I have my cabinets, then of course I will use my offset tool. But first I will use the offset to create like a really, really small offset, so it works as the module for the kitchen cabinet. And then the doors goes, of course, always on the model. So they're they're a bit smaller. So you can see the outside of the base cabinet then to which you're applying your cabinet doors. So I will create like a tiny, tiny offset. And now I will either just leave it like that, if you don't want to have too much trouble, and then just apply texture on this, and then just apply a bit darker texture on the back, so it just looks a bit more realistic on the render. Or what I do, I will actually do the push and pull, and I will pull out my doors slightly. So when you zoom in, like you will see that there will be distances between the cabinets, and the cabinet doors will be actually sticking out a bit. So then again, on the render, it just looks way more realistic. If I need recessed cabinet, then I just work with this cabinet now that is that I pulled out, and now I can work with the offset, and I can create multiple offsets. And now again, I can work with the push and pull to give it some depth and dimension. So my cabinets, after rendering, they look really, really realistic. Now, whatever you do the offset, remember the number of the offset, because you will have to repeat that for each of your cabinets. So just bear that in mind, because like, you will have to repeat that. There's no like a copy tool. So you will have to do that for each cabinet. Now you can just add a texture. You can add hardware if you need to. Then your appliances sync, and yeah, and we're ready to go. So now I can answer some of your questions if you have some. Are you able to duplicate that right cabinet? Can you show how to put a stove into a counter? So with the stove, then again, with some ready-to-go products, if the punch tool is not available in the top center of your screen, that means that you cannot use the punch tool. So you will have to just work around it and like create something similar, or create the ready-to-go cabinets and just leave a space for the stove to put it in. And which cabinet on the right are you talking about, Julie? Is it the ones that we have in this kitchen here, in the first or second or third? If it's a single, of course, you can duplicate it and just use as many of the single cabinets as you want. This one, yeah, in this one. So in this one, that's full set. So like you won't be able to duplicate just in one cabinet. So you can either try to find something similar in a catalog, or try to fill that gap with something that you will create with the create new product tool, or just like maybe place like an open shelving there, or and just like put cookery books and like some do like some display. And because this one is a full set, it's like ready to go when you're in a hurry and you just like have to create something very quick, then like you can use the, but unfortunately you're not able to copy some parts of it. As you can see, it just goes in a full set. Oh, sorry. Like you should be able just to unmute yourself. Try again, and if you want to ask another question and you can't unmute yourself, just type it in here. How do you mirror image a ready product? So like if you want to put it on the other side, then you simply rotate it. Can someone from the team check why Julie cannot unmute herself, please? If you use the kitchen layout, can you explode the cabinets and copy only certain areas? No, I just went through that like a minute ago. So unfortunately, if you're using like a full kitchen layout, like for example, this kitchen set, then you cannot take a one cabinet and put it somewhere else, or just copy that one cabinet. It goes as a full unit. But the good thing is that when you're creating your kitchens with the create new product tool, you're able to add them into your own library. So for example, if you will do like the full cabinetry as we have here, then you can simply click on the product that we created, like for example, this one here. So we can click on the product and add it our library, it will be here. So project, you can still go to modify it. So for example, if you need like a one cabinet less, then you can just modify it. You can use the push and pull and just pull one or two cabinets on the side, or like, just maybe delete some stuff, or like add wall cabinets into that. So you're able to upload your own cabinets, and then you can modify them a bit. The same when you're working with a single cabinet and you will create a kitchen, as we have here, for example, then you can group these cabinets. So you can simply click on one cabinet. When you're using Mac, you click on Command, otherwise you click on Control, and you add the rest of the cabinets, even the sink, and then you can add the worktop and the plinth, and just simply group the products. And now you can use that group and add it into your library. Now, when you add the group into your library, then when you will use it in your, like in any other project, you can still ungroup it. So you can, for example, let's say that you have pretty much similar kitchen layout, you just want to change textures, then you will just upload it into your library. Then you will reuse it in your other projects, and you will click on it and you will simply ungroup it. And now you can work with each unit individually. So you can delete it, you can move it into other place, but like, but you have your base already. So like, you don't need to pull out the cabinets from the catalog on and on again. You just, you can work with this one. Wherever you will move your kitchen, or like, go back, then you just need to click on items that need to be punched, and just click on the punch tool, and they will just go through and will be punched again. Now for the how to do the pendants over the island. So the easiest way to do the pendants over the island, let's go to this one here, is for me personally, it's in 2D. So what I do, I will go to 2D. I will go to File and Settings, and I will just switch off the default dimensions or room titles, whichever is in my way. And now I will use the ruler tool. And with the ruler tool, I will draw a line wherever I have my kitchen island. Like I will eyeball it if it's, like to be more in the middle of my kitchen island. And now you can measure your kitchen island as well. So you can use your ruler to measure it out. And then you can also use it and, for example, space out your lights. So we can go from this point, then we can go, for example, from this one to this one. And now I will switch to ceiling plan mode. And as you can see, my 2D ruler is in place. So now I will just go to catalog and I will place my pendants over my kitchen island. So the easiest way to do it is to use the ruler tool in 2D in floor plan mode, and then switch to ceiling plan mode, and you can place your pendants. Then you can resize them, or in 3D, because like, you can see how they actually look in 3D. So you can then switch to 3D and simply resize them. But that's the easiest way to space out your lights. It doesn't matter if it's in the kitchen, above your kitchen island, or is it above a kitchen table or a dining table. Use your ruler, space out your lights, and then switch to ceiling plan mode. And then you can place your lights, and you know that they are in the position where they should be. Rotating doesn't work with items that have doors. No, it does. It does. Say you want a door to open to the left, and then you want the same door to open on the right. Well, with the cabinets that you have, the ready to go from our catalog, you actually cannot see to which side they're opening. But if you're using doors, for example, then you can go to when we have doors, they are actually opening, then you can click on the doors, go to edit, and from here you can choose whether they're opening to left or right, or if they're opening to inside or outside of the room. And whichever direction you will choose, then this direction will be shown on your render. But with the kitchen cabinets, you're actually not able to see. If you have handles, however, on your kitchen cabinet, and you want the handle to be on the, for example, the handle is on the left-hand side and you want it to be on the right-hand side, then simply use the flip. So click on the cabinet, go to edit and use the flip tool. Yes, of course, all the different kitchen shapes. Just let me bring that up. So here we have some examples of kitchen layouts. Yeah. Also a quite important thing when we are creating our kitchen, and I'm sure that like your designer, so you know about it, but the triangle that like that we always work in the kitchen. So it's basically your sink, your hob, and your fridge, or you can add to that group even your dishwasher. Well, dishwasher usually goes on the side, on the left side of your sink. So like, we can treat it as one. But if you can, try to keep the triangle and try to keep it quite close. So it's always easy to access everything around the kitchen. Like, you don't have to run from one corner to another. Of course, that's not possible in, in all layouts. Because like, when you have a very big kitchen, and for example the kitchen island in the middle, then like and you don't want to have like a tall cabinet on one of the sides, then you have to work around it. And like I actually had that problem. So like we have, our kitchen is quite big, and I didn't want it to have a fridge on my on one of the sides where I have my sink, because I don't have any wall cabinets out there. So I have my fridge on the other side, and like sometimes I just have to go around the kitchen island and like go to the fridge. But it's not, it's like it's okay, like it was my choice and I wouldn't do it differently. So yeah, so sometimes like it's not sometimes it's not possible to do the triangle, but if you can, then try to keep that in mind and just work around the triangle that we should have in our kitchens. You're welcome, Cindy. Can you do a metal rack with glass shelving like in a bar, but can go in a kitchen? Yes, of course. You can. We have all of racks in the catalog that you can use and apply a metal texture on it. Or again, you can create it with the creating product tool and just apply a metal texture on it. You're welcome, guys. You can do whatever you want in your kitchens. So like, it's just changing the textures. Try to work with the ready to go cabinets first. We have like a wine racks. We have like a bar, furnitures as well. So you can have a look, Julie, if there's like, something that you can find there and just change textures of it. If that's something like, that like, how that have to look, or like, you have dimensions of it and you just have to stick with the dimensions, then the easiest way will be to create it with the create new product tool and just apply on the bed, on the rack, apply different texture, and then on the shelves apply glass texture. So when you go to the texture catalog, just type a clear glass and you will have a glass texture.
Thank you.
Can you do a glass door in the ready-made cabinets? I'm sure you can. It's just with the recessed ones, that with the with the recessed style, that might I don't know actually how that will look, but we can go and try. For example, even with the simple door here. So we'll just go to texture. We see if you can do that with the full cabinet, or if you can do that with, for example, more with the shutters. So, okay, if we go to, for example, take render, or just let me try to put something in there. And we'll see if that actually works. If not, then you know that you can try to like delete one of the cabinets and just create one with the create new product tool. Okay, I don't think we can do that. We might try to go inside. Okay, because we have it here. We have the glass texture here. So now I will just try to apply the glass texture on this side as well, and we will see how that will work. Like the other cabinet is cloned, yeah, but as you can see, like like it is glass, but the glass texture went throughout the full cabinet. So unfortunately, you will have to just to create something similar and then apply glass texture on the created product. Because as you can see, when I applied the texture from the inside, that it went on the full cabinet. No worries, Cindy. When you're creating a glass cabinet with the Create New Product tool, remember to apply glass from, if you were applied from the outside and you still cannot look into the inside, then you have to just zoom in, go into the cabinet and just apply the same glass texture from the outside. So, so you're able to see through the cabinet door, because the elements that we create with the Create New Product tool, they're hollow inside, so you can actually go into the cabinet and you can apply different texture from the other side. So when you want to have a glass texture, then you just have to put it from one side and then from another side. Or how do you access on YouTube channel? You can find the recorded sessions on YouTube channel, so you can check it out if you want to go back to anything that we discussed over. Any more questions?
I have one.
Yeah.
Can we import or export any model or 2D details to other software like AutoCAD or SketchUp Rendering?
You cannot you cannot export like for example cabinets from the software, but you can import. So if you have a 3D model of any product you want to use in your project, then you can see it needs to be in OBJ and FBX file formats. They are only formats they are allowed, and that cannot exceed 30 megabytes. And then you're able to upload it into the software and use it in your own project.
Will it take with the material details?
Yeah, it might. If not, then you will have to upload the texture and then upload texture on top of of the 3D model that you uploaded.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. If you want to use, for example, layouts in CAD, then in 2D you're able to export 2D plans. So if you will export 2D plan, for example, like just one of the kitchens, not all of them, then you're able to download use, for example, layouts in CAD, then in 2D you're able to export 2D plans. So if you will export 2D plan, for example, like just one of the kitchens, not all of them, then you're able to download use, for example, layouts in CAD, then in 2D you're able to export 2D plans. So if you will export 2D plan, For example, like, just one of the kitchens, not all of them, then you're able to download use, for example, layouts in CAD, then in 2D, you're able to export 2D plans. So if you will export 2D plan, for example, like, just one of the kitchens, not all of them, then you're able to download use, for example, layouts in CAD. Then I think there's some kind of recording export 2D plans. But it just goes on and on. 2D plan, for example, like, just one of the kitchens, not all of them. Okay. So if I'll just go back to the subject. So you actually can export them in DXF, and then you're able to use them in CAD. If you can hear me now.
That's good. Thank you very much for information.
No worries, you're very welcome. Any more questions? Are you welcome, Cindy? You're always welcome. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Julie. I will see you all in a week time. Mylene, you can refer into our YouTube channel for that. But just quickly, you will create a platform or a second floor, either or with the ready to go.
You can
What
refer
you have
into
to do.
our YouTube channel for that.
First, however, what you have to do, you have to, when you will draw your room or floor plan, you need to go to your wall edits, and you have to go to settings for your height properties, and you have to adjust a wall height to accommodate both floors. So you just, for example, if you have 2 floors, then you will add the first floor and the second floor, and then you will go to 3D or just use the ready to go the geometric shapes, and you will create a floor. So for example, if we have something like that here. Now you will go to your wall edits. You will add 2 floors together. And now you can either go to catalog and type in simply cube and use one of our, go to geometrics, and we have floor docked cubes. So you can either use the cube and you can just resize it, or if it's simpler, then you can just use the create new product tool. So just go to 3D. And now with the create new product tool, outline the space for your platform or your second floor. Give it some depth. Now click on done, and now simply move it up to whichever height you need to put it. So like, it will be pretty much the mid of your walls. You can also go to edit And from here, this is the position from the floor up to the product. So if you know the size from your walls, from the floor up to the ceiling height, then you can just put it here. And this platform, like the second floor, will just go on the height that you require. Then you can put items and flooring on top of that. They will automatically snap into your added floor. And if it's only a platform, then of course you can make it smaller. And again, you can just bring it up, you can resize it, you can give it a depth with push and pull, and that's how it works. That's how you can create a second floors and platforms. Okay, guys, so bye and have a lovely day. Thank you, and you're welcome, Mylene.